All right, ladies. You know, a really nice way to connect with our heart chakra is on the back. The heart governs the lungs, the thymus, and the shoulders, the chest, upper back. So if it feels okay, if you'd like, we can lie down on our back with our knees together, feet wide, and just feel the chest, the upper back, the lungs as we breathe in and out. And if you want, you can maybe lie down on a pillow or a bolster. But let's see if we can't connect to the physical parts of our body that this heart chakra governs. As we soften, that's kind of our word for the day, as we soften into the qualities of the heart chakra. Noticing our breath and just being with our breath, being present right now. Maybe notice the back of the body pressing into the floor as the chest rises. Maybe visualizing the lungs filling with air, expanding the chest, the ribs. Imagine that heart there, nestled between the lungs. This is what is going to project our prana, our life force energy. This is our bridge from those lower primitive survival chakras to the higher chakras of connectedness. We're able to move beyond just surviving and bask in the wonder and truth of our true nature as peace. Let's soften here into our heart chakra. Now our next breath in, maybe pause at the top of the breath, suspending the breath. And then we'll exhale to let the entire breath leave the body. I know it's coming to natural breath, so we're maybe not really ignoring the breath, but we're not trying to control the breath. We'll extend the left hand up to the sky and then drop the left arm across the chest. Bring the right hand maybe to that kind of bicep or the shoulder area, the elbow. I'm just gonna add some weight to that left arm and maybe feel the shoulder lift off the ground, that left shoulder. See and feel the stretch across the shoulder, maybe across the upper back. We're gonna create some physical space by opening, stretching the muscles today. This gentle kind of passive stretch, just the gravity and weight of our hand on the left arm. And now bringing the awareness to the breath. See if as you breathe in, you feel the back open a little more. Couple breaths. I've actually already heard one little pop as that spine is beginning to expand. The muscles are releasing around those vertebrae. And now let's exhale, release the right hand off the left arm, and then just let that left arm maybe reach for sky and let it come down to our side. Maybe wiggle the upper back and kind of sway the knees side to side. Maybe feeling a little flexion in the spine, just as we drop the knees to the left and to the right. My back already just popped again. So just breathing and stretching here, these muscles along the vertebrae, along the spine, create space for breath. And now let's bring those feet and the knees still. Maybe lift the hips and let that low back come to the ground. And then inhale to bring the right arm towards the sky and drop that right arm all the way across the chest. And now that left hand is going to be that little bit of force, a little bit of support to press on the right bicep, the right elbow maybe, and just the gravity and the weight of the hand. And that beautiful support of the breath, allowing the muscles to expand. Be dropping in, softening our gaze, closing the eyes. Maybe visualizing the muscles along the upper back, the upper spine, getting a little bit of a stretch. The lungs filling with air. Two more breaths. And after your next exhale, bring the right hand to the sky. Maybe let the right hand come to the ground, or maybe the arms reach overhead, but then drop those knees side to side again. Maybe stretching across the upper chest. And now bring the knees towards the sky, the feet towards the ground. Let's hug the knees into the chest. Maybe the hands are on the shins, just below the knees. And let's lift that nose to the knees. That upper back that we just kind of stretched. Now it's suspended off the floor. Rock side to side maybe. And let's lower the upper back towards the ground. Lowering the feet to the ground. Maybe bring the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Palms towards the floor. Let's come into our bridge pose. And here we're going to feel as the hips come to the sky. Maybe feel a little bit of weight on the shoulder blades, on the upper chest towards the back. So press the feet down, drive the hips up. Maybe shimmy those shoulder blades underneath the heart. And we'll rest with that chest suspended, those hips lifted towards the sky. Drawing awareness to this other part of the body that's governed by the heart. And at any point, you can inhale and lower those hips down. We'll draw the knees into the chest and the nose towards the knees, kind of flowing from a bridge to a knee to nose. Getting some movement between these two shapes, lowering the feet, kind of a pumping sensation. Lower the upper back, and then exhale to drive the hips up. Feel the shoulder blades touching the ground. The heart lifts a little higher in the head. Maybe you notice you tuck the chin to the chest. A little thymus is going to feel a little compression. And then lower the hips down. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe reach the chin to the sky as maybe the back of the head kind of comes towards the ground more. And then bring that knee, your nose to the knee, the chin to the chest, compressing that thymus again. And then inhale, lower the upper back. Back of the head to the ground, feet to the ground, hands down, and then exhale. When you're ready, drive those hips to the sky. We wiggle the shoulders underneath the chest, our bridge pose. Maybe notice how the lungs fill the chest here. And then we'll lower the hips down again. Draw the knees towards the chest. Tilt the chin towards the chest and knee and nose maybe coming towards one another into a little ball. And then we'll exhale, lower down the upper back. Let's extend the legs long. Maybe the legs come out like an X. And then bring the arms up overhead, coming into a complete X shape. Let's breathe here for a few rounds of breath, guys. Imagining the legs from the toes up to the fingertips, filling our entire being with breath. In the spirit of our loving kindness Thursday, feeling loving kindness fill your space. Allowing gratitude to support us. And one more breath in. Exhale to let the breath go. And then we'll inhale, bring the right foot to the ground, knee to the sky, and then let's roll over onto the left side. When we get to that left side, we'll press up, and we'll come into our tabletop. And then in our tabletop position, maybe bring special awareness to the lungs, the side of the chest, the front of the chest, the back of the body. And then with those knees underneath the hips, let's sway the hips side to side. Noticing the sternum, maybe a little more still in the hips. And then bring those hips into stillness. And then kind of sway the shoulders, kind of dipping to the left and over to the right with the upper body now. Yeah. Side to side, shifting the weight from one hand to the other. And then let's come back into a neutral spine, letting go of the wiggle, finding stillness. And now let's drop the belly and lift the heart and bring that movement to the spine again. Exhale, chin to chest, compressing that thigh. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then we'll exhale, chin to chest. Keep ourselves here for 2 and 1. And then exhale, finding the neutral spine. Let's step that right hand between, or the right foot between the hands. Maybe move that left knee back just a little bit. And we'll reach our arms up to sky. Be reaching with the fingertips, kind of sinking in, nice, yeah, sinking into that front hip. And let's exhale, bring hands on top of that thigh. And now with that left hand on top of the right thigh, let's bring our right arm up to reach. And then back as we twist towards the right. Nice. And let's come right back to center, the heart shining forward. And then we'll exhale, bring the arm up and back again. So we're just kind of penduluming from a twist to forward. So just kind of back and forth. Let's do this a couple more times. Feeling the movement in the chest and the shoulders and the heart. Maybe imagining that heart getting a little massage with each little twist. As if we were kind of like squeezing out all its great qualities. Like here I am, here's radiance, here's joy. And letting it expand into our entire being. Let's do it one more time, back and then to the front. Closing with the heart towards the front. Bring that right arm down. The shoulder might be a little tired from the movement. And then we'll exhale, side. Bring both hands on the inside of that right foot. Bring the right foot out towards the right part of the mat. Come into a lizard pose as we come onto the right side of the foot. The sole of that right foot kind of shining towards the hands. Maybe you walk the hands forward. You drop that left hip down a lot or a little. And then up to you, maybe shine the heart forward or bring that chin to chest. If you bring the chin to chest, you feel a little more expansion across the upper back. If you bring the chin up, you feel it across the chest. So offering maybe both or one or the other. And then one more breath in. And then we'll exhale to drop the foot to the floor. Bring the right hand closer to the left hand, and then wiggle that right foot in. And we'll inhale to rise into our low lunge again. Breathe in. Yes. And then we'll exhale, come into cactus arms. Opening up through the chest. Let's exhale to frame the front foot, folding over, curl the toes under, and then let's step the left foot to meet the right, rise all the way up to stand, but then come right into cactus arms. And now with our cactus arms, we're gonna open that shoulder space and that chest space just by coming from cactus arms to our arms down, and then up, and then down. Maybe do this as if it were a moving meditation. Inhale, close the eyes, bring the palms up to shine forward. Exhale, closing those hands down. Inhale, draw the arms, the hands up. Last time, we'll exhale to bring those hands down. And now release the arms long at the side, meeting in mountain pose. Maybe closing the eyes. Feeling our being in this space that it's in. Inhale. And now exhale to draw the arms up overhead. Pause in it with an inhale at the top. And then exhale, folding forward. Let everything kind of hang down. Maybe grab opposite elbows. If you want, bring hands towards the low back. And you can kind of shimmy the shoulders. Opening up the shoulders, opening up the chest. Breathe in and out. And now exhale, release the hands down and step the right foot back and lower that right knee to the ground. And then we'll inhale to rise into that low lunge again. And then place those hands on top of that left thigh. Now we're going to bring that massage to the heart and that motion to the shoulders and the chest. As we inhale, bring the arm up. And then we'll exhale to twist, opening the arm back. And then coming forward with the heart, hand to the side. At your own pace, just kind of move back and forth. Just like a little pendulum. Feeling that movement in the chest and the sternum, the shoulder warming up, maybe getting a little tired as we add the movement to the breath. Just a couple more times. Last time with the hand to the back. And then we'll bring the heart forward, the hand pointing towards the right. Nice. So lower that left hand to the thigh. Let's bring both hands on the inside of that left foot. Bring the left foot towards the side of the left mat. And then drop the knee out. Let that left sole of the foot shine towards the right. Yep, our lizard pose. You can tilt that chin to chest or keep the chin lifted. Maybe noticing just the nuances between the two if you go through one and the other. And our word for the day is soften. So softening into the space. Sometimes it takes a little patience to soften. Breathing in. Breathing out. Another breath in. And then we'll exhale to bring that foot to the ground. Kind of bring that foot more towards the middle of the mat or towards the, not so far to the side. And now let's just send that left knee back to meet the right knee. Let's walk our hands all the way forward and come into a puppy pose. This is our Anahatasana. Anahata is the name of our heart chakra. So this is Anahatasana, heart chakra pose or heart melting pose. We can notice our points of contact with the earth. And just as our heart chakra, as we awaken and tune into the heart, we feel that interconnectedness with all living beings. Right here, we can connect with the earth and feel that just like everyone else around us, we are all nourished by the earth and we're all connected through the earth. Softening into interconnectedness. Let the shoulder blades melt. The heart sink into the ground. The back of the body sink into the heart. Breathe in. Now exhale. Maybe walk the hands just a little bit closer. And then we'll bring the left arm underneath the heart. So the left arm reaches towards the right side. The right arm stays forward. Yeah, so kind of thread the needle. And just like we did on our back earlier, it's the same idea. But this time, we're kind of resting on the arm. You can even press the back of that arm into the floor and feel that rebound, you could say, in the shoulder. Let's soften here. Another breath in. And now exhale, let's bring that left hand forward. Melt the heart down, pressing the hands to the ground, and then we'll come up into a tabletop. And in our tabletop, let's drop the belly, lift the heart. And then round the spine, chin to chest. Drop the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, chin to chest. And now a neutral spine. Walk the arms forward, those hands coming forward, heart coming down to the floor. And then when you're ready, bring that right arm underneath the heart, the back of the arm, the back of the hand kind of pressing into the floor. Sometimes when I press down into the floor, I almost like drag my right arm towards the right. It doesn't move, but if I press down and pull towards the right, it opens the shoulder up just a little more. So kind of experiment here and see what you're going to soften into and what's going to serve your shoulders, your chest, the upper back. Our breath supporting the physical body and expanding and loosening. And now we'll inhale to bring that right arm through, bring it forward. And now let's keep our hands forward, but lower our legs down. You can lower the elbows, the forearms down. The legs come to the floor, the pelvis, the low belly, maybe the low ribs. And then we'll lift the heart into our Sphinx Pose. So our palms are down, forearms and elbows are down. Lifting the heart, maybe bring the feet apart towards the corners of the mat. So we're kind of in that X with the legs, with the fingertips are forward. And now see if we can soften the heart and the chest. Maybe notice the low back is active. And now let's exhale to glance over the right shoulder. Look at the right heel. Inhale, come through the middle. And then exhale to go over towards the left. Glancing over the left shoulder, towards the left heel. Breathe in. Then exhale, come through the middle. Now let's lower down onto the chest, but stack the fists one on top of another. Rest the chin on the fist if that's comfortable. Coming into a variation of Crocodile Pose. And now soften the gaze. Maybe glance forward. And without moving the head, move the eyes towards the right. Look towards the right, not moving the head. And move those eyes towards the left. Move the eyes forward. Now look up, move the eyes up. Move the eyes down. And let's close our eyes, soften our gaze. Breathing in and out. Maybe you bring those forearms further towards the front of the mat, maybe further back, seeing what's going to affect the shoulders and how you want the shoulders to feel here in our Crocodile Pose. Breathe in. And then exhale, let the breath go. Let's bring everything to the ground. Bring the hands to the sides. So maybe the hands are facing the thighs. You can rest on the side of the cheek. And now from here, let's interlace the hands if that feels okay. Or maybe you just place the hands kind of on the hips. We're going to lift up into our Locus Pose. Maybe bring the nose to the floor and then lift the heart up. The low back is active. And maybe bring the elbows together. We pinch the shoulder blades together. If the hands are interlaced, pull those knuckles towards the heels. Coming into a locust. If the hands are on the hips, just bring those elbows together behind the back. They're not going to touch. You just bring them towards one another. One more breath here in locust. And then lower everything down. Bring the back, the hands to the ground, the cheek to the floor. And then bring the soles of the feet to the ceiling and sway the hips side to side. You can drop really far to the floor. Maybe they just barely move side to side. Bringing some movement to that low back now. And now lower down the feet all the way to the ground. Legs are long again. We'll inhale to gaze forward. Now any variation with those hands, maybe the fingertips, just reach for the heels. Let's activate the back body with the heart in the chest. Maybe the hands interlace behind the back and you're reaching those knuckles towards the heels. Stretching across the tops of the shoulders. Maybe you lift the tops of the feet off the floor, even the thighs come a little bit off the ground. One more breath. Exhale to lower everything down. Bring the hands under the shoulders this time. Let's press up and back, either to puppy pose or downward facing dog. Feeling that spine lengthen after we compressed it in our locus. And we'll give ourselves 5 breaths. Nice, guys. Soften. And soften. Another breath in and out. One more breath. Now let's exhale, glance up at the hands. Let's step our feet forward. Maybe go nice and slow, just baby steps. One big toe in front of the other big toe as we come to the front of the mat. We'll rise up to meet in mountain pose when we get there. So no rush to rise up. Nice job, ladies. Maybe bring the hands in front of that heart space. And then with the hands at the heart or hands at the side, let's not move our head, but let's bring our eyes to the ceiling, eyes to the floor, back to neutral, and then eyes to the left, eyes to the right, and eyes to the middle, neutral. And then soften the gaze. Inhale, reach the arms to sky. Exhale, drop the hips, find your expression of chair pose. Maybe it's a high, high chair, barely bending. Maybe it's a deep bend. But tuck that pelvis. And now with our hands to our heart, let's tuck the chin to the chest. And then lift the chin to the sky, kind of bringing the head back. And then chin to the chest. And now a neutral, normal. Gaze forward, ground the right foot, step the left foot back, and then open the arms out like a T, and then bring the cactus arms back in to play. Exhale, lower the arms down, and then the cactus arms. Let's exhale, twist towards the right, towards that bent knee. Bring the arms, the fingertips to point down. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Good, exhale, heart towards the front. Fold forward, frame that foot. Plant the left hand to the ground or a block. And inhale, expand and soften into a little twist towards the right. Maybe exhale, that right hand comes towards the right hip or that middle of the low back. See if you press into that block, what happens to the chest as we send and urge that right shoulder back. And now let's exhale, bring the heart to beam over that thigh. Lower the right hand to the ground, and now lower that left knee down. We'll rise up into our low lunge, fingertips reach for sky. And then exhale, bring hands to the top of that right thigh. Let's bring that right foot forward, and we'll exhale, fold over a straight leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. Nice job. Yeah. Feeling that radiance and that joy in your entire being. Inhale. And let's exhale, bring that left hand to the right side of that right leg. So now both hands are on the right side of the leg. And then maybe point the fingertips in the direction of the long edge of the mat. Feel just a little twist across the upper back. Bring the chin kind of towards the chest and towards that right shoulder. Breathe in. And now exhale, bring the left hand on the left side of the leg, the right hand on the right side of the leg. Exhale to bring that right knee into a bend. We'll rise up to low lunge. Inhale. And then exhale, frame the front foot. Let's step the right foot back to meet the left and meet in downward facing dog. Ardha Svanasana. Breathing in and out. One more breath in. Then exhale, glance up between the hands. Step that left foot forward. The ball of the right foot on the ground, the right leg lifts. Let's come into our high lunge. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, bring those arms into that cactus arms. I almost said dragon wings. Sometimes I call them dragon wings. So if you're feeling mythical, find those dragon wings. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, twist towards the left. And then back to the front. And then we can lower that knee if you want and do that same twist. You can keep that knee lifted. Bringing awareness to the chest and the shoulders. You can bring those arms down and up a couple times with the heart facing forward. Yeah, nice, guys. These are really dragging wings now. And now let's fold forward to frame the foot. Drop the right knee back and send that left leg nice and long. Ardha Hanumanasana. Soften in here to joy and radiance. Folding over that leg. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. And one more breath in. And now we'll exhale to bring that right hand across the left leg. So both hands are on the side of the left leg, fingertips pointing towards the long edge. A little bit of a different orientation of the spine and the body. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the right hand on the other side of that left leg. So now the hands frame the left leg. Let's exhale to bring that left knee back. So sometimes I put both my hands on the inside of that leg just to sweep the knee back. And then from here, let's bring our knees nice and wide and sit back into a child's pose. Sits bones reaching for the heels. You can press the hands into the floor. Maybe you bring the hands in prayer behind the neck. One more breath. And exhale, float those hands forward. Let's exhale to come to table. We'll inhale to step the feet forward. Exhale, let's rise up to stand. Lowering hands to the side. Now let's ground into both of our feet. Feel that heart nice and light, that air element that is the heart. Let's ground into the left foot and then bring that right knee up in front of the hip. And now send that right knee towards the right or the left knee and that right foot towards the glute. Maybe find the right foot with the right hand. And then maybe that left hand sweeps forward. Maybe you lean, hinging at the waist. Maybe you find both hands on the foot and you kind of come into a back bend. But give your expression of King Dancer Pose, Natarajasana. Maybe it's more of a heart opener. Maybe you find one arm in a dragon wing. Wherever you're at, see if you can't radiate out some joy and some softness, some oneness, and feel that connection with one another right now. Let's exhale to bring that right knee to meet the left hand lowers down, the right foot grounds. We'll meet in our mountain pose. Our feet connected to the earth that nurtures each and every one of us, all living beings. Our hearts connected as one. Let's exhale to ground the right foot and bring that left knee up in front of the hip. And then when you're ready, send that heel towards the glute. Find that foot with the left hand. Maybe both hands find the foot. And then find your King Dancer pose. So many variations of this shape. Give ourselves 3 more breaths here, guys. Sending out love to the space that we're in, to the neighbors that drop by with welcome packages, to those that we go to the community garden with or meet in the park. And then when you're ready, let's lower that left foot down. Come into mountain pose. Draw the breath in and out. And then we'll inhale, sweep the arms to sky. Exhale to fold forward. However you want to make your way to your back. From here, make your way to your back. Maybe it's through a downward facing dog or a tabletop. Maybe it's through a cobra or a sphinx. However you want to get there. Let's find our backs. Connect to the earth. And prepare for our Shavasana. Any movements that might connect you to your being, to your space, or to your practice a little more. Offer that to yourself. Sometimes I like to drop my knees to the right and then my knees to the left. Really nice job, guys. Notice the shoulders on the floor, the heart space in the back of the body, all the points of contact, the palms, backs of the hands, the back of the head. Allow yourself to just be. And drop into that softness. Nice job. As you soften even more into Shavasana, perhaps thank yourself for being here today. There are a million other things that we could be doing. So thank you for sharing it with me and with each one of us that's here. As we soften our eyes and soften our physical body, let's drop into our loving kindness meditation. You can say it out loud or say it to yourself. Just know that the energy is in our space. It's connecting all of us together. First, we'll send it to ourselves. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I feel softness in being. May I feel supported. May I be loved. And now visualizing someone that you hold dear. Could be a friend, family member, or a partner. And say to that person, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel softness in being. May you feel supported. May you be loved. And now let's visualize someone that we don't necessarily know, but that we see in passing, maybe every day or maybe just once. See that person and say to their soul, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel softness in being. May you feel supported. May you be loved. And now bring into mind someone that maybe you don't always get along with, or maybe you don't know them, but you might disagree with their platform or their ideas. See that person. Say to that person, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you feel softness in being. May you feel supported. May you be loved. You're welcome to remain in Shavasana for the final few minutes of class, or if you'd like to come to a seated position and close in a silent sit, it's completely up to you. Let's bring our hands to our hearts in prayer. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om